everybody, and welcome to Tween Tuesday. I'm Miss Cindy from the South Brunswick Public Library. For today's craft, we are going to take a bunch of simple things that I was able to get at the dollar store, so like grand total was less than $4, and turn them into a personalized whiteboard set. You can hang this on your door and use it to leave or send messages. You can leave it as decoration. You know, it's really up to you. The possibilities are endless, and because it's a whiteboard, it is super easy to just wipe off, clean off, and start again. Like I mentioned, I got most of the stuff from the dollar store, so I ended up getting everything super cheap. You don't have to get it at the dollar store, obviously, but if you're trying to not spend too much money, this is definitely a way to go about it. So whenever you're going to be done, you end up with this like super cool whiteboard set that you can use. You can gift it to someone else. You can do pretty much anything. So let's just get to the craft. Okay, we're going to get started on our DIY whiteboard set. The things that you're going to need are a picture frame with a glass pane. I got this at the dollar store, so it only cost me $1. A piece of paper. It does not have to be white. It can be any color paper, but light paper will work the best. Some whiteboard dry erase markers. Again, I got these at the dollar store as well. And a pom-pom. You can get this at the dollar store. You can get this at an art supply store. It doesn't even have to be a pom-pom. I just like the way it looks. You could also reuse a piece of like an old sponge or something like that. But a pom-pom works really nicely. Let me show you what you're going to do. You're going to take your glass frame and flip it carefully. I'm going to move the edges here and pull the back out. You could even, if you wanted, just flip the picture so that the white piece will be there, but you'll still be able to see the picture a little bit. So I'm going to use a fresh piece of paper. Now this is going to be 8 by 10 as it says up here, but regular standard like printer paper is actually a little larger than that. It's 8.5 by 11. So I'm going to use this as a stencil and I'm going to cut it to the correct size. Okay, all done, and I moved my camera a little bit. So now in the reflection, you can see a little bit of my setup. But anyway, the paper is now the correct size. And like I said, it does not have to be white. You can use any color paper you'd like, but since you're going to be using whiteboard markers on it, you want to make sure that it's light enough so that you can see it. So we're going to close it up again. And again, you're going to do this carefully because it's glass, so you don't want to like push too hard and crack it or break it. And push these down. The nice thing about a frame is that it also comes with these, so you could stand it up or you could even hang it on the wall or something like that. So I'm going to turn it. And this works really nicely. See? So now you have your whiteboard, but you want your set. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And I'm going to do this to the black one, but you could do this to any of them. Again, I got this set at the dollar store, so it is, super easy to go in, spend like maybe $4 and get everything that you need to get a whiteboard. And I'm going to take a pom-pom, but like I said, you could even use a piece of sponge, and I'll show you that too. So I have this sponge here, and can you guess where I got it? That's right, the dollar store. So for the sponge, you do have to do a little bit of extra work, but I'm just going to take the top, the cap of the marker, and I'm just going to quickly, roughly trace it. You do want it to be a little bit bigger. I don't suggest using a used sponge without somebody's permission. You want to make sure that it's clean and sanitary and that you're not just like messing with someone else's stuff. So now I'm just going to take my scissors and just cut large around it. Okay. Again, it's not perfect, but it's fine. I never claim to be perfect. You want to get it into roughly a good shape. What's important is this spongy part. This green part that you drew all over, not important. You're not going to be able to see that as much. It's going to go right there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some glue, and I'm using hot glue, but you can use super glue or tacky glue for this. I would recommend super glue over the tacky glue personally, and I would recommend the hot glue over anything else, because I found that hot glue is just really, really helpful and useful, even though it is a little bit more dangerous than the other. So I would always, always, always recommend parental supervision when you're using a hot glue gun, which unfortunately I did not get at the dollar store, but I got this at the craft store, and I've said it a billion times, this cost me $3, and it comes in handy all the time. So I would definitely recommend it. So we're going to take the cap of our marker, and I'm just putting some hot glue on it. Maybe too much hot glue, but it's fine. You're going to glue the rough piece right onto the top, and I'm going to give that a second to dry. And while it's drying, we're going to do the same thing to the other marker, except we're going to be using the pom-pom. So just like a generous drop of hot glue, take the pom-pom, push it down. Pom-pom's a little lighter, so you gotta put a little more pressure on it. Let me get this out of the way. So I'm just pulling, and it's not coming apart, but the glue is still a little bit hot and not completely dry yet, so let's give it a second. All right, so I think it's dry now, and I'm bringing back the whiteboard. So as you can see, you can, yeah, there you go. Erase with a sponge or with the pom-pom. Again, I recommend the pom-pom over the sponge personally, but it's really a personal choice. You know, you do whatever works best for you, whatever you have, whatever you like. So now you have a full whiteboard set that you can use to leave messages, send messages, or just express yourself, in addition to having a neat little eraser that you will never lose because it's attached to your marker. All right, so that is it for me for today's Tween Tuesday, but I will see you guys again next time. Bye.